Apple's 3 new iPhones will be launched soon, and they are likely to be called the iPhone 8, iPhone 8 Plus and iPhone X. The new devices will be unveiled at an event tomorrow. The iPhone 8 and iPhone 8 Plus are successors to the current iPhone models, while the iPhone X is the premium version with an all-new design. The crisper OLED screen, improved cameras and a 3D facial recognition scanner for unlocking the device. The X in the iPhone's name may be a reference to this model being a special 10th anniversary edition. iPhone 8 and iPhone 8 Plus will look similar to iPhone 7 and iPhone 7 Plus, but include faster processors. However, the leaks so far have not come long after Apple accidentally published early HomePod speaker software. And to know more about Apple's iPhone, how does it look like, what will it have, we are joined by Ankit Tuteja from our tech news team. Ankit, first of all, what all should be expected? Will it be, do you think that considerable different from earlier iPhones, or will it be having small changes?
So Sumit, it's that time of the year when Apple generally unveils its new iPhones. It's in September only when Apple actually unveils the successors to the iPhones. But the good thing here is it's the 10th anniversary. The first iPhone came in 2007 and it's 2017 today. So, I mean, the big thing is it's 10 years of iPhone, so there is a lot of buzz around it. And of course, like whenever the new iPhones come, people are always excited, especially the Apple fanboys. But this time, Apple fanboys and other users, of course, are more excited about the fact that it's going to be the 10th anniversary model, which means iPhone X. If you look at it in Romans, its X represents 10, the number 10. And the good thing here is that we are going to expect 3 iPhones. So iPhone X is something that a lot of people are looking forward to.
And talking about the features, what has been leaked so far, whatever you have learned, what are the big features that will differentiate from iPhone 7 or 7 Plus?
So we can divide into 2 basically. First, you can say one category that houses iPhone 8 and 8 Plus, which will be actually successors to iPhone 7 and 7 Plus respectively. And the other category, which will be iPhone X, which will be the new flagship iPhone, if it's named so, because it's most likely to be called iPhone X, but you never know about Apple. So if you talk about the iPhone X, first they are going to, if we go by the rumors and speculations, they are going to do away with the home button in the front, which has been a traditional design, which has been part of a traditional Apple design. So they are going to do away with the home button, which means that the entire space will be taken by the front screen. Talking about the back of the phone, there are rumors, there are leaked images which hint at the camera alignment. Generally you see, even if it's a dual camera setup, they are horizontally aligned. But it is expected, it is likely that the new iPhone X could come with a vertical design in terms of the camera setup placement. And then you talk about the technology, it's expected that the new iPhone will come with a 3D facial recognition technology, which means to unlock your device, it will be one of the features that iPhone X is going to have. And also, interestingly, it's going to come up with a 3D technology in the iPhone X that's going to actually turn users' expression into emoji. So it's something like these are leaks and rumors. What happens, what actually comes up is something we are yet to see. This is about the iPhone X. If you talk about the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus, ideally it should have been iPhone 7s and 7s Plus. But now new reports have come out which claim that it's going to be iPhone 8 and 8 Plus. So I don't think that a lot of innovations are going to happen in those models. It would be faster processor, additional battery, and maybe more new elements that it will be more of a combination of different factors that will make the phone new, innovative and faster.
Also, what guesses are on the pricing? Now it's being speculated that the price will be $1,000. What's your guess on that, Ankit?
I completely buy those leaks, rumors and reports that would say that it's going to be priced around $1,000, because if you look at the current trend, none of the iPhones is priced under, say, 60K. It's always between 60 and 90 or 95 for that matter, depending on the storage variant and the combination of storage and RAM. So, and going by that, they're going to do away with the home button, they're going to make it more innovative in terms of usage, in terms of technology. So it's very much possible that Apple might price it somewhere around $1,000.
But let's go back at the history and see that Apple has faced many failures also, not only successes. If you look at Apple's history, have been many failures. So it's quite possible that these could be a hit or a flop depending on what kind of features they have, whether they are attractive enough or not. Well, if we look at 10 worst Apple products of all time, and let's look at them. What are the 10 worst Apple products of all time? Beginning with 1980, let's start with 1980. And Apple III was there, and it's like Apple III came in 1980, which was a failure, which was a worst Apple product. Macintosh TV 1993, and let's talk about Macintosh Performa X200 series 1995. Thereafter, Apple Bandai Pippin came. Well, this was a game console that came in 1996. Thereafter, 20th anniversary Mac that came in 1997. It was also not a big hit. Then Apple USB mouse 1998, Apple G4 Cube 2000, and they all went unnoticed. And now look at the splash Apple's products are making. We're just showing these graphics to tell you what kind of silent product launches have been there earlier. The Mighty Mouse that came in 2005 also went unnoticed. iPod Shuffle, third generation, came in 2009. The 12-inch MacBook was also not even a big, we can say, that news so far. Ankit, coming back to you, if we talk about Apple's strategy, and it's launching iPhones one after the other, but somehow the excitement is low. Will you agree with that? Because iPhones 6, 7 and 8, there hasn't been much difference. If you look at phones, designing is almost similar. Features could be different. So what do you think, or where is Apple lacking as far as new iPhones are concerned?
So I'd like to break it into 2 points. First, ever since Tim Cook took over the company as CEO, there has not been major innovation in terms of how iPhones are now designed. Second, the smartphone market in general. If you talk about the smartphone market, there was a time when a lot of new features were coming out, when phones were being made innovative. But then came a point when the market reached a saturation point. And ever since then, if you talk about, say, 2012 or 13, ever since then, the smartphone market in terms of innovation has been going down. So I would say it's not just about Apple. A, the smartphone market has reached a saturation point. Companies really need to pull up their socks to make them innovative. B, in terms of leadership, Tim Cook has disappointed people, not the Apple fanboys, but users in general when it comes to innovation.
We should take back the viewers to what failures Apple so far is not successful, what Apple's products been. Apple G4 Cube, Mighty Mouse, iPod Shuffle and 12-inch MacBook 2015, they all have gone unnoticed, including 12-inch MacBook that came in 2015. They were the 10 worst Apple products of all time. So Ankit, let's talk about the failures which Apple have seen. And also, Samsung is not sitting idle. Xiaomi has also launched new phones. So what is competition doing?
So, I mean, it's a great time for the smartphone launches. If you see today, Xiaomi introduced Mi Mix 2. Mi Mix first was the concept phone. It didn't make to the market. It wasn't a phone that was supposed to be introduced for the buyers. So it was a concept phone. The company has come up with Mi Mix 2. And if you look at the phone, it offers almost bezel to edge-to-edge screen with almost no bezel, and it's so slim in terms of the look and feel of the phone, in terms of the processor, in terms of the computing power. The phone is quite promising, and it's been introduced at somewhere around $500 or $550, which is going to be around half the price of the iPhone X, if this is the price Apple is going to bring the iPhone X at. So the good thing about Xiaomi is that they're bringing innovative products in terms of features, in terms of value for money devices, and at almost half the prices of the competitors that we have from maybe South Korea and US. And talking about Samsung, Galaxy Note 8 was introduced, and it got almost good reviews. And the launch of the phone in India is going to coincide with the launch of the iPhone X in the US. So it's going to be neck and neck for both the companies, because there has always been a competition between Samsung and Apple. So the two companies are among top 3 if you talk about the global scenario. So yes, the Note 8 is coming to India and tomorrow, and the iPhone X is going to be unveiled globally for the first time.